still sleeping, tires spinning, dirt flies, hearts are racing. Southern pride, grit and sweat keep on chasing. Track lights blur, dirt clouds moves just a creeping. Rusted metal horsepower pushing harder. Small town dreams, broke dreams don't falter. Oil and gas light the way, ain't no charter. Crowds holler wild, boys laps get shorter. Speed 'em up, steering tight. Beneath the stars, we own the night. Chasing glory, trophy lights. Adrenaline gas, fuel the fight. Fuel the fight. Broken bones, mended hearts racing faster. Mud-soaked heroes dash through disaster. Songs of engines drown out the laughter. Dreams on wheels push past the pasture. Track and dust, life on edge unafraid. Legends born from risks they made. Every turn, ever burn, fortune's laid. South's heartbeat in a dirt track to play. Speed 'em up, steering tight. Beneath the stars, we own the night. Chasing glory, trophy lights. Adrenaline's gas, fuel the fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in as we get ready to rock and roll here this evening from Limaland Motorsport Park. This is the Southern Racing Association 358 Modified Series. They are the small block modifieds ready to go to battle here this evening. We got another big field, another stacked class of drivers ready to rumble, ready to rock and roll as Ty Dickinson, Sweet Tea Gang in the house coming in with that heart reaction, coming in showing the big love here in this one. Sean coming in showing the love over there on YouTube as well, says I'm rooting for the 57th tonight. Let's go. Cheering on Jim Revis out there on the speedway. Caden Cochran coming in showing the love as well. How are you, Caden? Caden coming in dropping that thumbs up here on the broadcast as well as all these drivers ready to rock and roll. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you guys know what to do. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow and subscribe button. Is Sudden Impulse coming in over there on the Twitch stream as well, coming in showing the love here in this one. Also USA Racing coming in, dropping that follow over on the Twitch stream. Let's freaking go, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's get it. Is these drivers done practice session here? So the practice session coming to a close. That means they're going to hop out onto the racetrack here for their qualifying efforts. They're going to try to lay down their quickest lap times to set themselves up here for a big evening at the Speedway. As Rap Walkin coming in showing the love, hopefully warp Walkin, hopefully I'm saying that right, getting it completely wrong, coming in dropping that follow over on Twitch, coming in showing the big love here in this one. How are you this evening? As Justin Young says go Sweet Tea, says so still a noob. Is this finals? Is this finals? This is not the finals. This is their second race of the series. Second race of their series here in this one. Not the finals. Not the finals. As Sean says, 57 is a good buddy of mine. Let's go. I love to hear that. I love to hear that. Hey, man. Jim Revis, I think, is a good buddy of everybody in the racing community, man. Jim is he's a true hero out there on the speedway. Always coming in, always giving a helping hand to anybody, whether it's in iRacing or in real-life racing. Jim's always there to lend a hand and help people out, man. We love to see that. As Chad says, I don't see the feed on YouTube. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, the chats are different. So the chats are all different. I wish we could kind of compose an area where they could all be together. I could put a chat box on the stream, but then we're going to have it on the stream. It's going to take away from, you know, the racing and everything else. People are going to try to read what everyone's typing in the chat, so I don't normally like to have the chat box on there unless if I'm just messing around doing random things or playing random games kind of deal. For the most part, we like to kind of keep things a little bit separate. It's Justin Young. Justin coming in, hitting that subscribe button over on the YouTube channel as well. Justin, welcome to the Peacemaker family. Welcome to the Peacemaker crew. Smashing that subscribe button. here this evening. As we'll get ready to rock and roll, we'll get ready to rumble in just a few more moments. These drivers ready to duke it out here today is Troy Pittman. Troy coming in with the like on the stream. Mama Bear, Susie Dickinson coming in with that heart reaction as well. SRA, the Southern Racing Association, coming in with that share on the broadcast as well, coming in showing the big love here in this one. As ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we got a couple community challenges going on right now as well. We have over on Facebook, if we can reach 15,000 stars. 15,000 stars over on Facebook. Whenever we hit that, we're going to be shaving my hair off. We've been growing it out for quite a while. It is fairly long. We got a heck of a mullet, and we may do something special where top donator will get to decide how we cut our hair, but the top star donator, is probably going to have something to do with it, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. As Michael Dickinson says, hi, Ty, big fan here. Huge fan of that Ty Dickinson guy. Kaylor Hogan, hopefully I'm saying that right. Kaylor coming in, showing the love with the like on the stream. Jackson Johnstone coming in with that heart reaction, as well as Michael Dickinson coming in, dropping that like on the stream as qualifying coming to a close, and that means we're going to get ready to rock and roll here with our main feature event. Now, we also have a few more crazy things happening as well over on Twitch. Twitch right now, for their September kind of event that's going on. Every 5 gifted subscriptions over on Twitch, they are actually going to be giving at least one free gifted sub away as well, so you'll get a little bit more for your gifted subs. Plus, they may add on even more than that. I've seen 3, 4, gifted subs being added on to every 5 gifted subs over there on the Twitch stream. So if you guys want to help us out with the day-to-day operations and get a little bit of that extra Twitch money into our pockets, then that's the way you can do it right now. And over on YouTube, continuing to grind, continuing to try to hit that 1,500 subscriber marker over on the YouTube stream. As Dirt Dog 41 Racing says, let's go Jackson, cheered on Mr. Johnstone here in this one as we'll get ready to rock and roll. Heat race number 1 about to pop out onto the speedway, and starting in that top spot in the number 65, that is James Murphy. To his outside in the 97 right, that is Dalton D. Rosa, and then we see the 18, which is actually the 43 of Joshua McKinney. To his outside in the number 2 right, that is Devin Lovejoy. Starting in position number 5 in the 197 is Benjamin Crook. He's got Troy Pittman there to his outside. Trent Kahn and Deborah Larrabee bringing up the rear of the field. 8 drivers ready to rock and roll here from Limaland Motorsport Park. Quickly, James Murphy onto the lap pedal, looking to try to run away with this heat race. Is that 65 right, hooked up down the bottom side, still a very tacky racetrack. Starting to get a little thinned out there through the middle, but right now that bottom and high side looking very, very racy, and James Murphy looks to have that line figured out as he's at the front of the field, and it's a dogfight back here behind him. Lovejoy, they're in position number 4 and looking for more as we'll double check it. Top 2 drivers will punch their ticket into the A main feature event. Everybody else will be going to our consolation races here this evening. As James Murphy at the front of the field, Dalton DeRosa, they're in position number 2 on the speedway, currently in that second and final transfer spot here this evening, meaning that Trent Kahn, Joshua McKinney, both on the outside looking in as the 56 ride gets some big runs here, trying to find himself a way around the 2 ride of Devin Lovejoy. Lovejoy trying to stay there in position number 4, but that 56 trying to follow right in the tire tracks of our race leader, James Murphy. As Murphy continues to lead the way down across the line, you'll click off another lap as things are going to move along quickly here this evening as a very short track style of a speedway. These drivers are going to click these laps off in a quick concession, and here you go. The white flag being displayed. James Murphy one more time around for him to pick up heat race win number 1 on the evening. Dalton D. Rosa there in second as Murphy out of corner number 4. We'll see that checker flag fly here in heat race number 1. Dalton D. Rosa in position number 2 on the speedway. So Murphy and D. Rosa will work themselves into the A main feature event. That means McKinney, Kahn, Lovejoy, Pittman, and everybody else there in the bottom half of that heat race will go to our consolation race. So we'll get them stacked up, racked up, ready to go. Heat race number 2. Gonna hop out onto the speedway. These drivers ready to rock and roll. They're ready to go to battle as our second heat race. It's gonna line up like this. Starting on the pole in the number, can't really read the number there, the 53 machine, that is Thomas Robert. And that is Thomas Roberts, who will start in that pole position to his outside. The 5.6 graphics, Papa Mike Promotions, 618 engraving and designs, Peacemaker Racing Team number 15 ride. That is Matt Taylor. Then we see the 17 of Calvin Crowley there in third. Kaylor Hogan in position number 4. Jared Murphy back there in the 5th position. We'll have Christian Hudson there to his outside, and then Robert Smith will bring up the rear of the field in the 22 machine. So 7 more drivers getting ready to duke it out here for 2 more transfer spots into our A main feature event. So 2 more drivers will punch their ticket. 5 more cars will go to our consolation races. As the pace truck makes the hard left-hand turn, we go back to green flag racing here with the Southern Racing Association. Here this evening, Thomas Roberts, with the quick lead here as the 53 hooked up and out in front. He'll lead lap number 1. Matt Taylor trying to get wound up on the high side as Calvin Crowley will work down to the inside. The ABC number 17 ride now going to look for the race lead as the 53 jumps up to the outside lane. So the outside lane starting to get a little bit of extra work in here as the 15 and that 53 both rolling the outside groove here, but down low, Calvin Crowley looking to try to take that second spot back away from Matt Taylor, but Taylor gonna jump back into position number 2 as it looks like that outside groove starting to pay dividends. They're starting to find that extra little bit of speed as they're 3 wide coming off a corner number 4. Little 3 wide action right there as you see Matt Taylor all over this 53. They make a little contact there on corner exit. Taylor has to slide up, close the door on the 17 ride right there as they're 3 wide once again down the front straightaway. The ABC number 17 of Calvin Crowley looking to try to jump up into position number 2. Matt Taylor trying to hang on to it, and here comes Jared Murphy. Murphy working the inside lane as some more contact down low. The 15 right up on the high side trying to stay in that second spot. It's a drag race down into corner number 3. Thomas Roberts, he's loving to see this as he's out in front and continuing to show these drivers how to stay right there behind him as we do see the white flag fly. So the 53 for the final time down into corner number 3. Nice and easy out of corner number 4. It's Thomas Roberts who will pick up heat race win number 2 here on the evening. Jared Murphy in that second and final transfer spot down low, making it work, and he'll punch his ticket into the show here as Taylor, Crowley, Hogan, Hudson, and Smith will all go to our consolation races. As we'll get them stacked up, racked up, ready to go. Heat race number 3 is about to get underway. As Michael Dickinson says, never mind, Ty, no longer a big fan. Oh my gosh. Michael, you can't be building him up and tearing him down like that, okay? He needs all that confidence. He needs that confidence booster. Okay, you gotta cheer him on. Cheer on, Sweet Tea, out there on the speedways. He's gonna get ready to rock and roll here for heat race number 3. And starting on the pole in the 84, that is Braden Tuttle. To his outside of the DWR iRacing iFlag number 57. That is the Papa Mike machine of Jim Revis. Starting in position number 3 in the 22 is the Fusion Setup Shop ride of Sheldon Carlson. To his outside in that 67 ride, it is the beautiful 5.6 graphics Peacemaker Gaming Papa Mike Promotion 67 ride of Ty Dickinson there in the 4th position. Back there in position number 5 is the Excel Sim Sports number 21 of Jackson Johnstone. He's got the 5 ride of John Dubois to his outside. And bringing up the rear of the field in the 115, that is Aiden Komu, hopefully I'm saying that right, as we go back to green flag racing. Heat race number 3 is underway. Heat race number 3 quickly underway, and you see Jim Revis trying to work out to the inside of our race leader. Braden Tuttle trying to hang on to that second spot. Now as Jim Revis is going to make that move, he will jump up into the early race lead. His contact, 3-1 back there behind him. Ty Dickinson upside down here in corner number 3. A heartbreaker there for the Sweet Tea Gang number 67 ride as he'll take his machine down pit side. Matt Taylor says, get him, Ty. I think you might have jinxed him there, Matty. As unfortunately for the Sweet Tea Gang machine, he goes for a wild ride and upside down in quarter number 3. We'll take a look here and see what happens again to this 67 ride. As a little 3 wide, he pokes his nose into the middle here. Unfortunately, they run out of room. He bounces up to 84, bounces up to 22, noses it up into the outside fence, and it puts him right up and onto his lid. A heartbreaker there for the 67 ride here this evening. Out in front, though, the 57 machine of Jim Revis out in front of the field, showing these drivers how to get it done. He's starting to open up a bit of a lead here as the grumpy old man, Jim Revis, looking to try to pick up this heat race win. Braden Tuttle back there hanging on to that second and final transfer spot as Jackson Johnstone, Sheldon Carlson, John Dubois, Aiden Komu, and Ty Dickinson bringing up the rear of the field as the white flag has been displayed one more time around here for Jim Revis. Jim down the back straightaway for the final time here in heat race number 3. We'll round quarter number 3 and out at quarter number 4. You'll see that checker flag fly as a drag race back to the line. It's Jackson Johnstone who will seal that second and final transfer spot away from Braden Tuttle. So Revis and Johnstone will punch their tickets into the show. Everybody else will go to our consolation races here this evening. As Johnny Nolan, Johnny coming in with the like on the stream. Jaron, my boy Mr. Argersinger coming in, showing the love with that heart reaction on the broadcast as well. How are you, Jaron? How are you, Johnny? Hopefully you guys are having yourselves a wonderful evening. As Sean says, my pal James, I messed up on my buddies and he's 57. It's Larrabee I'm rooting for. Okay, I got you. Larrabee's who you're cheering for. Okay, I get you. Yeah, so I'm assuming James is actually Deborah Larrabee in the 14 ride here this evening, but it's actually the 57 ride is the iRacing paint scheme. We'll get it figured out here. Justin Young says F in the chat. Yeah, F in the chat right there for Ty Dickinson in that heat race. A big F, a big fail right there for the Sweet Tea Gang ride. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, man, this has been already an amazing show, and here you go. Our B main consolation race about to get underway. Top 10 will transfer through into the show. Top 10 will make it in. 6 drivers will unfortunately be going home early here this evening. They'll be loaded up to their rides, enjoying the fans in the stands as Joshua McKinney, Matt Taylor will bring us down to the green flag. As there at quarter number 4, the green flag into the air. Joshua McKinney with a great start as he quickly jumps up to the high side in front of Matt Taylor, but here comes the 84 of Braden Tuttle right there to his inside. Here you go, Trent Kahn up there on the top shelf as well in that 56, now up into the 4th position as here comes the 22 is Sheldon Carlson, Taylor Hogan, Kelvin Crowley, Devin Lovejoy, Troy Pittman, and Christian Hudson rounding out our top 10, but we're going to see a caution flag fly as it's a war zone down there through corner number 3 and 4, and there's that caution flag as it starts with the 84 ride of Braden Tuttle running into some issues here. Battle at the front of the field for the 84 ride. Down into corner number 3. Looks like where things got to get out of hand here. The 84 down low. Looks like the 56 going to get in there a little bit too far. Gets underneath that rear end and jacks him up. Turns him around right here. And then you see everybody else, unfortunately, sliding into it. Hogan in there as well in that 15 right hard. Up and into the back end of that 56. Goes up the racetrack. Thanks a bunch of other drivers here as well. You see that 2 ride hard up into the outside fence. That's Devin Lovejoy with a ton of damage right here. Let's see if we can get another look at this one. As Lovejoy just nowhere to go. Look at that car up off all 4 tires hard up into the outside fence here. And they make some more contact. They continue to bang and bounce around off of each other. Heavy damage for a lot of our competitors right there, as we'll get them all stacked up, racked up, and figure out where they need to go as we take another look at this one, as we'll see another view at the initial contact here between the 84 and that 56 ride to bring out this caution flag, as our first yellow flag of the evening right here. Boom, there's the contact, stacks things up, and all of a sudden things get a little bit sporadic here on the outside of that 84 ride as Trent Kahn continues to roll away. Everyone trying to make it through there. Even more contact afterwards, as it looks more like a demolition derby down here, as we are going to go back to green flag racing. Out in front, we quickly see the 15 rider Matt Taylor jumping up, taking this race lead away. So Taylor now out in front, as we already see that white flag fly. So the white flag already being displayed. Things happen quickly here as Matt Taylor for the B main win will find himself away into the show here. Matt Taylor picking up the B main dub here this evening. Joshua McKinney, Sheldon Carlson, Kelvin Crowley, Troy Pittman, Kirsten Hudson, Aiden Komu, and let's take a look at the rest of these drivers that made their way into the show, as I do believe Ty Dickinson was almost in there. He was right there on the cusp of making it in. Let's see if we can get a quick look at our B main finish here. Pull that up. Let's hide this. You guys can get another look at this one. There you go. There's our B main official standings here. So Matt Taylor picking up that win. You do see Robert Smith back in 8th. Kaylor Hogan and John Dubois picking up that final transfer spot, meaning Trent Kahn, Braden Tuttle, Ty Dickinson, Deborah Larrabee, everybody else there unfortunately heading to the grandstands here for the rest of the evening. That's an unfortunate break, as the top 10 transferred through. Everybody else unfortunately went to the grandstands here this evening to watch the rest of this race, as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go. Our A main feature event about to get underway. These drivers getting ready to duke it out here in this one. Has replayed the wreck in 57's view? I would. We don't have a whole lot of time to watch the replays here at this small of a speedway, unfortunately, and especially with who are these guys, says Matt Fletchell. Some of them I know, some of them I do not know, Matty. Unfortunately me, I know, Ty. I saw you coming down the back straightaway in that 10th position. I thought you had it. I thought you were going to find your way in, but right now, we'll get them stacked up, racked up, ready to go. Top 16 here on the evening, ready for this A main feature event. 50 laps of racing action. Being led to the green flag by James Murphy, Thomas Roberts, Jim Ravis, Dalton D. Rosa, Jared Murphy, Jackson Johnstone, Joshua McKinney, Matt Taylor, Calvin Crowley, Sheldon Carlson, Kirsten Hudson, Troy Pittman, Robert Smith, Aiden Komu, John Dubois, and Kyler Hogan bringing up the rear of the field. And we end all the anticipation with our feature presentation. We are quickly green flag racing here from Limaland Motorsports Park. The 65 rider James Murphy will lead that lap here as he's able to cross over that 53 ride of Thomas Roberts. Roberts trying to stay out in front. James Murphy trying to hold him off, as here comes the other Murphy in the field. Jared Murphy there behind him, trying to work himself up into third with some contact. Matt Taylor up into the outside fence. Some more contact right there. Is John Dubois getting a piece of that one as well. Looks like Taylor got some contact down through corner 1 and 2, then got bounced up into the outside fence. We'll take a look here and see what happens to the Peacemaker Racing team. Papa Mike Promotions at number 15. There you go. Bounces off Jim Revis, then off the 21 ride of Johnstone, and then him and the 43 just kind of get hooked together, and it puts this 15 ride of Matt Taylor up into the outside fence, unfortunately, as he comes back onto the racetrack. Nowhere to go there for the 5 ride, as he gets a big piece of them there, but we keep on rocking and rolling. No caution flag here on the speedway, as James Murphy looking to try to hang on to this race lead. Thomas Roberts looking to try to take him back away from him, as these two continue to battle at the front of the field. Jared Murphy there in third, and then we see Dalton D. Rosa in position number 4 and looking for more. Jim Revis there in position number 5 is Kelvin Crowley. There in position number 6 with Jackson Johnstone, Sheldon Carlson, Joshua McKinney, and Kirsten Hudson rounding out our top 10 here on the speedway. So right now, our top 10, you can still throw a blanket on top of them here. These guys battling tough, especially at the front of the field. As this 53 machine of Thomas Roberts looking to try to jump up here and battle for the race lead. Unfortunately, sliding back here just ever so slightly. The outside lane maybe starting to slip away, starting to fade away. Maybe we'll see that inside lane become dominant once again, as you do see the 65 of James Murphy rolling that middle groove here at the front of the field. Is James Murphy out in front. We see that number 1 runner, Jared Murphy, trying to follow him right to the front of the field, looking to go 1 and 2 here for the Murphy crew on the evening, as Thomas Roberts back there in that third position now. Dalton D. Rosa looking to try to jump up here and battle with them, as a little bit of a slide jump there into the 53, and beautiful crossover out of the 1 right of Jared Murphy. As Murphy and Roberts continue to battle for position number 2, it's exactly what James Murphy wants to see. As James Murphy slowly but surely starting to pull away, start adding a little bit of gap between himself and the rest of the field, as a tore up race car here on the bottom side of the racetrack. We will see that caution flag fly. So caution flag out, as the 115 of Aiden Komu unfortunately missing the entire right front suspension of that 115 machine. That is a tough break there for Aiden, as we'll take a look back and see what happens here. Looks like Matt Taylor maybe got into this one a little bit as well. Maybe some more contact there for him, but looks like that 5 ride, unfortunately, of John Dubois and that number 115 are going to come together, and that's where we're going to see this contact. That's where we're going to see the issue here, is right there. Just slides up into him, shows the front end of that 115 up into the outside fence. There goes that right front tire sliding down in towards the infield. Heavy contact, heavy damage there for both of those contenders, as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing, as that 115 down pit side getting extensive repairs done, and we'll get him ready to rock and roll, as Matt Taylor jumping back out onto the racetrack as well here. Looks like he's gotten that car repaired and back into one piece, looking to see if he can work himself back up through the traffic and back up towards the front of the field. As we go back to green flag racing, somehow or another we go 3 wide there, as the 53 with a little bit of a jump got right down to the inside of our race leader, and that's going to open up the door here for Thomas Roberts to try to jump up and take this race lead away. Door to door, down across the line, the 53 is going to send it in there deep, looking to wash up and clear that number 65, but we do see the caution flag fly for the second time here in this one. So cautions breeding cautions, and it looks like Kaylor Hogan are going to run into some issues here in the black, white, and red number 15, as a little contact coming out of corner number here. Maybe a little contact right there with the 22. Yes, there it is. Contact with the 22 rider. Robert Smith spends that 15 ride around it. Unfortunately, that will put us back under the caution flag here this evening. So we will get them stacked up, racked up, ready to go back to green flag racing here in this one, as, oh my, Diabetes coming in, dropping that subscription here with the Prime sub in this one. Yo, Diabetes, listen, you know, I knew you were going to come for me one of these days. I didn't think it would be this early, but Diabetes is going to come in and drop that Prime sub. I appreciate that. Diabetes coming and showing the love here in this one. That's like a 1,000% of a shot of insulin down there in the U.S. or something now. I don't even know what it is. Diabetes, that is the most evil name I think I've seen so far on Twitch. That is absolutely ludicrous. It's out in front. James Murphy leads the way here in this one. Murphy out in front, as Thomas Roberts trying to hang on to position number 2. Jared Murphy there in third. Kelvin Crowley slowly working himself now into that 4th position, as Jim Ramis back here in position number 5. It stayed right there. There's a little bit more contact. The 43 right on Joshua McKinney. Gonna get a little contact, slides down to the infield. Able to keep that car rolling. No caution flag out there on the speedway. So we keep it clean and green out here on the speedway. As Diabetes says, oh, hey, it's Justin for Sweet Tea. Figured I'd give you some Twitch money. Laugh out loud, laugh out loud. Yeah, Diabetes coming for y'all. Yeah, it certainly is, brother. It certainly is, okay? If they didn't want food to taste so good and didn't want us to get diabetes, they would make food taste bad, okay? That's the truth. That's the truth and the fact right there. As James Murphy out in front, he's looking for that extra little bit of a payday here this evening, as well as there's some extra money on the line here tonight for the Southern Racing Association. There's a little extra money here in this one. $30 to our race winner. $20 to come home in second. $10 to come home in third. Not a whole lot of money, but a little bit of extra cash to make their Thursdays that much better, especially for jumping on here and playing a little bit of iRacing to be able to put some cash in their pockets is exactly what all these drivers are trying to do. Right now, James Murphy, though, looking to try to run away with the money as he's out in front by over a second. As now we see a battle for position number 2. Is a big slide job there at a 17. Calvin Crowley making the move in the ABC ride to jump up into second. Thomas Roberts going to pay him one back here, but a great crossover in the ABC. Number 17 jumps up into position number 2. That 53 and Thomas Roberts trying to keep himself now in that third spot. But here comes Jared Murphy. Jared Murphy going to slide up in front of him. They're going to duke it out now for that second or third spot here on the speedway. They better be careful as here comes Jim Revis, Kirsten Hudson, Troy Pittman, Jackson Johnstone, Dalton D. Rose, unfortunately sliding backwards in that 97 ride as he's got the 22 of Sheldon Carlson right there behind him. Here comes that 15 of Kaylor Hogan, John Dubois, and Robert Smith, our top 12 here on the speedway. Matt Taylor, Joshua McKinney, Thomas Roberts actually shown off the racetrack now, so I'm not sure what's happened to that number 53 ride, but he is now off of the speedway as Calvin Crowley going to settle in perfectly here into position number 2. Jared Murphy there in position number 3 here on the speedway. Kirsten Hudson, though, in the 5:05, starting to make some moves towards the front of the field. This 5:05 right now into position number 4 and looking for more out there on the speedway. These drivers putting on a great battle. I have my boy Kevin O'Delley coming in with the like on the stream. How are you, Kev? Bryce Richardson coming with that heart reaction. John Nolan with the like on the stream. John Belando Jr. coming in with that thumbs up. And Bree Getzinger coming in showing the love as well with that like on the broadcast. As James Murphy out in front, continuing to lead the way. The laps are clicking down in a quick hurry as we'll jump into a very quick Peacemaker Gaming Crank It Up. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, crank up that volume and cheer on your favorite drivers. We crank it up here on Peacemaker Gaming. Right there, give me the sights and sounds around the beautiful Limaland Motorsport Park here this evening. These drivers see 10 more laps of racing action here in this one. So only 10 more laps to duke it out here this evening. As out in front It is that 65 ride of James Murphy. Murphy continuing to lead the way here in this one. The 17 ride of Calvin Crowley, though, not letting him run away with this one. About 1.3 seconds the gap between first and second here on the Speedway. I know the last thing that this 65 ride of James Murphy wants to see is a caution flag. He wants to see this one go clean and green right down to the very end of this race. Does not want to see these drivers back here to his back bumpers. Anything can happen if we see a late race restart as Murphy leads us down the back straightaway nice and easy down into corner number 3, nice and easy out of corner number 4, down and across the line. We will see 6 more laps of racing action here this evening. 6 more laps to duke it out and for these drivers to try to jump up and knock this 65 right off the top spot. The gap is slowly but surely starting to shrink as that 17, Calvin Crowley, is hunting him down. Jared Murphy there in third as Jim Revis in position number 4. Troy Pittman in the 5th position with Kirsten Hudson, Dalton DeRosa, Jackson Johnstone, Kyler Hogan, and Sheldon Carlson are top 10 here on the Speedway. Matt Taylor there in 11th with Joshua McKinney, John Dubois, Robert Smith, Thomas Roberts, Aiden Komu bringing up the rear of the field is out in front. James Murphy with only a few more laps of racing action here this evening is down through quarter number 3 and out of quarter number 4. He will see 2 more laps left to go here in this one. He's starting to run into a little bit of lap traffic here in the 17 ride of Calvin Crowley is hunting him down in a quick hurry, but does he have enough time? It's down across the line. We will see that white flag fly. So one more time around for James Murphy. Murphy will lead us for the final time down into quarter number 3. Nice and easy out of quarter number 4, the 17 in tow, but it's James Murphy picking up the checkered flag here in race number 2 of the Southern Racing Association's 358 Modified Series here this evening. Murphy will pull himself up into victory lane as Calvin Crowley will come home in position number 2, and Jared Murphy gonna come home in position number 3 here this evening. A great run and a great drive by all of these competitors, man, as they put on a heck of a show and a heck of a race for us all evening long. But as the dust settles here at Limaland Motorsport Park, there can only be one winner, and tonight it's James Murphy finding himself a way back into victory lane. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's see some congratulations up in the chat right now for the 65 of James Murphy here this evening. And if you haven't already and you guys enjoyed that racing action, make sure you do us a favor, absolutely free to do. Hit that like button on the broadcast, hit the share, hit that follow and or subscribe button if you're watching over on YouTube. Make sure you turn those bell notifications on, that way you never miss it when we go live with racing action here on Peacemaker Gaming, as we'll get ready to pull in our race winner into the broadcast booth here this evening for their amazing run and amazing performance here in this one, man. Some great battles out there on the racetrack, and as the dust settles, James Murphy pulling himself up into victory lane, man. What a run and what a show from that number 65 right here tonight, man. That was a blast. That was a lot of fun. These guys put on a heck of a race for us, and man, oh man, oh man, that was some great racing action. It was non-stop out there, really, for the most part. We saw these drivers continuously battling door to door, little 2 wide, 3 wide action out there on the racetrack, and you know, at the front of the field, Murphy loved to see it as he was able to just continue to stretch that lead out till late in this race. That 17 ride was coming on strong, looking to try to knock him off the top spot here tonight in this one. As we'll pull James Murphy up into the broadcast booth, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up here for the number 65 ride here tonight in this one. Alrighty, there we go. All right, here comes our race winner, James Murphy, into the broadcast booth. Hey, James, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. They get a copy?
Yes, sir.
James, man, another good run, another good win for you as you pull that 65 right up here into victory lane at Limaland Motorsport Park. Take us through this one, man, as it was a lot of fun. Seemed like you guys were having a blast out there on the racetrack. You were able to open up a couple decent-sized leads, but you had a couple good battles out there on the racetrack as well. Thomas Roberts right there in that 53 run, giving you a little bit of a run for your money early on in this race. And then later on, I'm sure you were checking that relative and seeing that 17 of Kelvin Crowley slowly but surely reeling you in.
Yeah, we took off right there, and the restart was kind of a little crazy, but I was able to get into a rhythm and slowly pulled away. And yeah, I was watching my relative, make sure he wasn't gaining a bunch. I'm a little more worried. I have another league race that's supposed to start at 10 o'clock, so I got to hurry up and get in there. But I was just happy to get the race done, and I was able to win.
Absolutely, brother. Able to get it in, able to get that win, and being able to keep these drivers back there at bay where you're starting to breathe a little bit heavier, where you're starting to get a little bit nervous here late in this race, seeing that the 17s seem to have found something. You have Jim Revis up there, Troy Pittman now inside the top 5, including your cousin there as well, Jared Murphy, inside the top 5, ready to pounce, ready to make a late race move to get around you here. Were you a little nervous there of that late race caution flag possibly coming up and making things a little bit more difficult late in this race?
I mean, yeah, a little nervous, but I had confidence. This track's kind of hard to pass, so I knew the lines they was running. I was just comfortable doing what I was doing, so I didn't want to change nothing. So I felt confident I could have held on to it, but anybody could have won. And it's a bunch of good drivers in this league, and it's always fun to race with them.
Absolutely. A lot of great drivers, a lot of great fun out there on the racetrack, and it's even more fun when you're able to pick up a win, put a little bit of extra cash in your pocket as well. As I believe it's a $30 payday to go along here with the win tonight. So, James, congratulations, not only being able to pick up that checkered flag, but being able to pick up that check here this evening as well to help you out with your day-to-day operations for the 65 machine out there on the speedway. As, James, you pull yourself up here into victory lane. Another little payday for you here as well. Who would you like to thank for such a great run and great performance here tonight?
I'd love to thank you for broadcasting it, and Carden for putting everything on, and everybody with the League of Outlaws.
Absolutely, brother. Well, we appreciate you coming in here, showing the love to all your friends and family and fans here tonight, and putting on a heck of a show for all the fans in the grandstands here at Limaland Motorsport Park. And congratulations again on the great run and great win as you pull that 65 right up here into victory lane. We hope to see you right back up here next Thursday as well, or maybe another trip into victory lane here for yourself.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for our race winner, James Murphy, as Murphy picks up the win and pulls that number 65 right up into victory lane. Justin says big grats in the Twitch stream. Big grats out there for all those drivers. Put on a heck of a run and a heck of a show here for us tonight in this one as we'll get ready to pull in our third place finisher here, as I do not see our second place driver anywhere in the Discord here, so unfortunately I cannot pull our second place driver in, so we will have to sell for our third place driver here in this one. It is Jared Murphy coming home in third. We'll pull him up into the broadcast booth. Hey Jared, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker broadcasting booth. To get a copy?
Yes, sir.
Jared, man, another good run, another good race here for you, man. Take us back through this one as we saw you battling hard, duking it out there for a lot of laps between yourself and, even there at the front of the field with James Murphy there for a little while. But that 53 ride really throwing a wrench into some of your guys' game plan. Robert Thomas duked it out there with you for quite a while. Then we saw Kelvin Crowley and Jim Revis and so many other great competitors right there duking it up with you guys and mixing it up. We saw Dalton D. Rosa there as well, battling with you for quite a while. And as the dust settles, you're able to still bring it home with a very solid third-place run.
Yeah, I kind of stepped on it in qualifying and buried myself in the heat race. I committed to the bottom the entire night and it made it work. Finished second in the heat race. And did the same thing in the main. Drove all up to second, and then I fell back a little bit on a restart. It was a little funny business going on, but it is what it is. And Calvin put on a hell of a race at the end.
Yeah, Kelvin definitely put on a heck of a race and a heck of a run right there. So he was trying to track down that 65 ride of James Murphy here tonight in this one. And you got a good front row seat at it. That 17 ride, tracking him down, closing that gap, and reeling him in. Unfortunately, he was about 5 to maybe 10 laps shy of being able to catch that 65 ride. And even if he could catch him, he still had to figure out a way to get around him. And that's where he might have been able to come into the picture if some contact or anything was made. You were right there ready to pounce, or if we saw that late race caution flag, I knew you'd be right there ready to try to jump up here and steal that win away from James tonight.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping it would have a caution at the end so I can give at least a try at the win, but I mean, I'm happy with third. That's some good competition out here in this race.
Absolutely, some good competition, some stiff work out there on the speedway, and you pull it up here onto the podium. Jared, who would you like to thank for another great run and great performance here this evening?
I'd like to thank you for the awesome broadcast, Cardin at SRA for putting the race on, Talking Dirt, and the boys back at League of Outlaws.
Absolutely, brother. Well, congrats on the great run. Congrats on the great finish. We look forward to seeing you back in here in action next week, and hopefully maybe a couple spots better and up here in victory lane yourself.
That's the plan. Thank you.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for our second place finisher here this evening. Calvin Crowley coming home there in position number 2. Unfortunately, still not in the Discord, so we can't pull him up, but we did hear from Jared Murphy right there coming home in position number 3. A great run and a great drive there for that number 1 machine. As, man, these guys put on a heck of a race, heck of a show for us all night long as they went back and forth and duked it out there on the speedway. And as the dust settles here in our second race of the Southern Racing Association 358 Modified Series, powered by Cochran Racing here this evening, man. That was a lot of fun, a lot of great battles out there on the racetrack. We can't wait to see these drivers back in action next Thursday. And if anyone's interested in joining in on the fun, becoming part of the show, and wanting to jump in here and duke it out with all these competitors night after night, man, let us know as we'll get you in here into this one. As Dalton Allen says, Thomas going through a hurricane, lost internet. Oh no, that's what happened to Thomas Roberts' brother. That is a heartbreaker right there for the 53 machine here this evening. Yeah, there's a massive hurricane going through right now, man. I live in Canada, so we don't get much hurricanes or anything else up here. You know, we get some snow and stuff like that, you know, up here in Canada, but we don't really get any hurricanes or anything. They tend to dissipate as they go over land. And I know right now Florida, I mean, it's getting hammered. I heard earlier that it's I don't know, is it Karen? What is this hurricane called? Can't remember what they named this one, but it's gone up to a Category 4, and seems like, you know, Georgia's going to get hit tomorrow morning or like early tonight, and everything else is going to be pretty wild, man. Thanks again for another good broadcast. Absolutely, Jackson. You know what, brother? You know I always give you guys a great show here in the broadcast booth as Jim Revis's lawn and Jackie applied. So maybe next week you'll see them. Let's go, Jim. Let's go, brother. That's what we like to hear. That's what we like to hear. Get more of the boys in here. Get some more of those guys in here to you know, step up the competition a little bit more. Make this a little bit more of a feisty race week after week after week. Keep filling this field up and seeing some great turnouts is what we want to see. As Jim also says, hell yeah, 2 spots better than last week. I take P4. P4, brother. Not a bad day at the Speedway, man. That's a good run and a good race right there. And yeah, another good win for James Murphy, man. James, he's got these cars figured out, man. He's got a lot of these cars on the simulator figured out here. He doesn't make a whole lot of mistakes and seems to be very fast in everything he gets behind the wheel of. So he's one tough cookie to beat out there on the Speedway. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I can't thank you guys enough for tuning in. Everyone coming with the likes, the comments, the shares, any of the new followers, any of the new subscribers. I appreciate each and every single one of you coming in, showing the love here in this one. As Cardin says, thank you for broadcasting. Hopefully we can get more awesome racing for you and the fans. Absolutely, brother. Hey, listen. I'm never down to see more laps in these races, man. I know you guys fly through things pretty quickly here, so if you want to throw in more laps into a heat race or anything else, or into the consolation races, man, don't be scared to do that, man. Throw on some extra laps in the feature if you want to. You know, we can always extend things a little bit longer. I don't have a bedtime, so we can keep going for quite a while, my boy. We can keep going for quite a while and make these drivers really have to work for their money here in the series. As Jim says, great broadcast, brother. I appreciate Jim. I appreciate that, my dude, coming in, showing the love here in this one. As unfortunately, we're gonna call it there on that note. The racing action coming to a close, and it's been nothing but a lot of great fun, a lot of great racing here this evening, and we look forward to seeing you guys back in here tomorrow. We got 2 broadcasts tomorrow night, where we may go live tomorrow evening, maybe tomorrow afternoon, a little bit earlier throughout the day. I don't know what I need sleep, laugh aloud, or I would have longer races, laugh aloud. I feel you, brother. I feel you right there. No worries, my boy. Hey, you know what? Sometimes we see 25 cars show up. Sometimes we may see 45 cars show up. But the more awesome shows you guys keep putting on like this, I mean, we're going to continue to see more and more great drivers join in and on the action here and become part of this series, man. So that'll make it a little bit longer for everybody trying to battle through traffic and everything else, maybe more heat races and stuff. So you don't have to worry too much about it. It's just a thought that came across my mind, that maybe a little longer consies or something, give the drivers a little bit more time to duke it out there. But nonetheless, I digress. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank y'all for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys back here tomorrow for some more racing action and maybe something throughout the afternoon. Maybe we'll fire up, Call of Duty or a little PGA or something. Get something going on tomorrow afternoon, maybe tomorrow morning for something crazy to go on. Tony coming in. Stoney, how are you, my girl, coming in, showing the love here in this one with the heart reaction. How are you, Stoney? I appreciate you, my girl, coming in, showing the love with the heart reaction here this evening. Unfortunately, we're just getting ready to hop off, my girl. We're just getting ready to hop off. The racing action here this evening has come to a close, and we're getting ready to just kind of chillax, relax, and maybe do something else tonight. But I'm assuming everybody's either at work or already in bed because it's 10 o'clock Eastern time. So we'll have to wait and see. I'll look through the Discord, see if anyone's playing some games. Maybe we'll go live again later this evening and play some late night games if anybody's on and playing and enjoying some stuff, But for now, we're going to call it there at that moment in time. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for tuning in. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out for now, baby. Peace out for now, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! What a run. What a race. What a show.
Nights alive, ain't no sleeping. Tires spinning, dirt flies, hearts are racing. Southern pride, grit and sweat, keep on chasing. Track lights blur, dirt clouds, moons just a creeping. Rusting metal horsepower, pushing harder. Small town dreams, broke dreams don't falter. Oil and gas light the way, ain't no charter. Crowds holler wild, boys' laps get short. Speed 'em up, steering tight. Beneath the stars, we own the night. Chasing glory, trophy lights. Adrenaline's gas, fuel the fight. Fuel the fight. Broken bones, mended hearts racing faster. Mud-soaked heroes dash through disaster. Songs of engines drown out the laughter. Dreams on wheels push past the pasture. Track and dust, life on edge, unafraid. Legends born from risks they made. Every turn, ever burn, fortune's late. Sounds heartbeat in a dirt track to play. Speed 'em up, loose, steering tight. Beneath the stars, we own the night. Chasing glory, trophy lights. Adrenaline's gas, fuel the fight. Speed 'em up, loose, steering tight. Beneath the stars, we own the night. Chasing glory, trophy lights. Adrenaline's gas, fuel the fight. Fuel the fight. Fuel the fight. Fuel the fight. Engines roar, nights alive, ain't no sleeping. Tires spinning, dirt flies, hearts are racing. Southern pride, grit and sweat, keep on chasing. Track lights blur, dirt clouds, moons just a creeping. Rusting metal horsepower, pushing harder. Small town dreams, broke dreams don't falter. Oil and gas light the way, ain't no charter. Crowds holler wild, boys laps get shorter. Speed 'em up, steering tight. Beneath the stars, we own the night. Chasing glory, trophy lights. Adrenaline's gas, fuel the fight. Fuel the fight. Broken bones, mended hearts racing faster. Mud-soaked heroes dash through disaster. Songs of engines drown out the laughter. Dreams on wheels push past the pasture. Track and dust, life on edge, unafraid. Legends born from risks they made. Every turn, ever burn, fortunes laid. Sounds heartbeating if dirt tracks play. Speed 'em up, steering tight. Beneath the stars, we own the night. Chasing glory, trophy lights. Adrenaline's gas, fuel the fight. Spinning the loose, steering tight. Beneath the stars, we own the night. Chasing glory, trophy lights. Adrenaline's gas, fuel the fight.